Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. You're like, Kennedalia, why are you wearing such an incredible fascinator? By the grace of God, the featured milliner, I consider her to be the official milliner of the Kentucky Derby, has returned because it is racing season, and you cannot be seen in the Commonwealth of Kentucky without a phenomenal piece of headwear. Christine A. Moore is back. Welcome back to Kennedy Saves the World.
Oh, I'm glad to be back,
I look forward to this, I think, more than anything.
Oh.
And I love this fascinator that you are allowing me to wear. It's incredible. Describe this piece, Christine, please.
This is one of my handmade signature flowers, and it's silk that we cut out the petals, we sew them together, we paint in the detail, and then it's like a wow.
How long does it take to make a creation like this?
This one is about 3 hours. We have hats that really I'm still working on, as it's a big secret, but to reveal at Derby. But it could be days, and then I could make one in 45 minutes.
Wow.
A rain hat, which is good for
And how did you know that millinery was your calling?
You know what? I'm first an entrepreneur, and I think that's the through line. Like, I look at old high school writings, and I didn't even realize that I was going in this entrepreneurial path. And then once I found my art and my product, the two came together, and then I could sail with it.
It was an aha moment.
It was totally. And so, I entered millinery through the theater. Did hats for made hats for regional theater, and then I went on to work with Rodney Gordon for Broadway shows, and he even taught me how to make the traditional English top hat that goes to ascot, and then I just love the craft, and
do you make top hats for
I do
British races?
For Americans going to
that's incredible.
Also for ascot for the ladies, like this style, what you're wearing.
Could I wear this to ascot and fit in?
Absolutely. We
what
should
if
go
the
to
king
Ascot.
and queen saw me? Would they be like, "Oh my garden, come sit with us in our royal box"?
Exactly.
And by the way, speaking of which, this is happy hour, and this is for you.
Yeah. Cheers. You know what?
Cheers.
Look at
to
this,
Christine Moore and her
thank you.
fine headwear.
See, one of the things I think about.
That's delightful.
My work.
So this is
good.
This is John Taffer's Brown Butter Bourbon, because you have to have bourbon when you're celebrating the Derby. And I've paired it with Mexican chocolate bitters and then zero sugar cream soda.
It's really delicious. It goes down very smoothly, I see.
You can't taste. And then I have a piece of white chocolate in there with hazelnuts.
Yeah, it's all in the details. That's what I find with my work too. It's the detail of why people fall in love with my work. Is that little detail that you put into something. It's a painting. It's this over here. We have the piece silk, and this is
that is
all
absolutely
outlined.
gorgeous, and I love the reeds.
Yes, and no, they're actually feather spines.
Stop it.
Yeah, so they're from ostrich.
Oh, that's so cool.
And you just strip them, and then there's
what
a little
cool
detail.
way to use those feather spines.
But I love the detail
love the
on
different
your
shades
drink.
of green. Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
So it's all about, you can have a grand vision, but it's the moments where something that seems incredibly minor changes something entirely and gives it its character. Exactly right.
Like that, or the beads in here. Yeah.
Oh, that's a beauty too. Oh, I love her.
This is one of our classic styles. And of course,
I love the red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, that is just gorgeousness personified.
Well, it's an American race.
This is perfect.
Number one. Yes. I mean, it's more and more international.
And is this a fascinator as well?
It is, yeah. So that would call this one a hatinator.
Okay.
It's like it's a little
hybrid?
bit bigger. Hybrid. It frames like a hat, but it's a fascinator. It perches on your head.
Unbelievable.
But, Kentucky Derby is an American race. So that's why, we like to have that influence, too.
Yeah.
It's like, we love it when, people from other countries come to the races and they enter their horses and things like that. But really, in the end, it's Americana. It's American. And I think that's why most people enjoy wearing a hat rather than a fascinator, because it's American style.
Yes. It's dopeness. And a lot of women wear wide-brimmed, celebratory, well-crafted hats.
That's it. And it is celebratory. And in a lot of ways, it's a kickoff of spring for a lot of people. And, it's, it's like it used to be Easter. Not to put anything, Easter's important, but it has the same impact, and it's like for a lot of the country, it's the first nice weather too that week. Like it goes from like what we have outside, it's like rainy, colder, and then all of a sudden, like in a week, it's like beautiful.
Yeah.
And you might have a little ice lettuce. If your hat gets crushed, I will fix it. Or, you know what I mean? If your hat gets wet, because you have isolated storms, Oaks and Derby that you count on, to just finish the day out. You know what I mean? You're soaking wet on the way home.
Oh, that's amazing. And of course, because you are a bespoke designer, you will fix and fuss with every single creation that you make.
Right.
So when you first got to Kentucky, did you feel like it was a part of you? Did you feel like you were home?
Oh, I did. I'm from Pennsylvania, and it's just like farmland. I came from a country life, and then I moved to the city, but going to Kentucky really was it just settled into my soul, and so much so that people think I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I find that to be a compliment. It's like I understand the people and their and what they like, and really kind of research the people group, so I can design for them. And it's just really home. But I have to say, everywhere I travel, and I sell to stores all over the country and do events, I have to say I find such great people and who love me and just make me feel like I'm from there, and that's really wonderful. And yeah.
And this is such a wonderful thing to bring people together, because there aren't a lot of things we have where there are these kind of age-old traditions. They're so much fun to take part in. I think people watch the Kentucky Derby, and I know I've never been, but for years I've been like, I want to wear one of those hats. I want to go to the race. I want to smell like the dirt and the horses in the air, and I want to feel, the humidity and everything, because I'm from southern Indiana. So it's like that part so that part of the country is so special to me. And we would always fly into Cincinnati to drive to my grandmother's house, which it was a trek, but knowing that that's also the Northern Kentucky Airport.
That's right. It is in it is in Kentucky. Yeah, so the whole culture. I mean, I'd say that women, everyone is like suckling on Derby when they're born in Kentucky, and in southern Indiana too, because it's just so it's right there. It's right the Ohio River.
That's right.
And you're in Kentucky or you're in Indiana. So, that makes total sense. And then it's like you have Indy 500 too.
We went last year. That was amazing. I hadn't been since I was 1.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's really, that's fun. Yeah. I think that casual hats should be the style for the Indy 500. So I'm going to see how that works out. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Every sporting event wants more women to attend.
Of course.
So how else do you get women to attend to a sporting event?
Yes, than to properly accessorize it.
Exactly.
And there's no better, classier accessory than wearing an incredible hat.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
Of these on the table, what's your favorite?
I love all my children.
I love that you make fedoras too. Yeah.
I think that this one.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. And the shape. And what is the name of the shape?
It's just a fascinator, and
that's a fascinator as well.
The name of the hat is Delancey. I like to name the hats after either people I know. I have to make a Kennedy hat. Actually, you know what? I was thinking. I don't know. Is there? I guess Kennedy is an Irish name, and I was thinking that you would love that one.
It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. So,
this one.
So I have a daughter named Lotus, and I'm always drawn to flowers that look like lotus blossoms. And this is, I'm guessing.
Well, it's a rose.
Camellia? Oh, it's a rose.
Me, but I do make I don't have one. I thought this was okay. No, I do have a lotus though.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm going to have to do? I think I'm going to make you a lotus fascinator and I'm going to paint into it.
Wow.
And I'm going to call it, well, I'll call it Lotus. I was going to say I'll call it Kennedy, but no, I'll call it, yeah. I don't know. Now I have to think of a name that morphs Kennedy
I
and
love
Lotus. It's
watching
gonna be
the
kinda
artistic
hard.
process,
Yeah.
the creation and the inspiration when they merge. And then
I'll have to make
people-
a smaller one. I'll make a bigger one for you and a smaller one, but this will be after Derby.
Yeah. I mean,
a smaller one for Lotus.
you-
and then you have
oh.
matching little hats.
She would love
for
it.
when we all go to Ascot. Maybe.
Yes, but that's I love it.
But we're going to Derby.
I love
right?
the celebration.
We're going to Derby
yeah,
first.
We're going to Derby. We're
yeah.
going to Derby.
Yeah.
We're going to get it done. We're going to meet all the people. We're going to hear everyone's stories and
Hey,
inspiration.
do you live close enough that you could actually stay with your family and go?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I think it's the hotels. This is the hardest part of Derby.
There's
you know.
never enough hotels.
There's not. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to plan way in advance.
Yeah.
For that.
No,
Yeah,
that would be no problem. And that's what Uber is for.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Because
I highly
you
recommend.
have to have a few mint juleps.
Oh yeah.
Is there a difference in the juleps? Like I've had a few over my lifetime, and I think it's an enjoyable drink. I love that is the chosen
I like this actually better.
tipple. I love a
Good
sweet
job.
tipple.
Yeah.
And that's like zero sugar drinks are just a godsend.
Exactly, because you have to fit into
And
your
they
Derby
mix so
dress.
well. Exactly right. You can't be all hopped up on alcohol and sugar.
Right, exactly.
It's a recipe for disaster. That's why I try and curate recipes that are low carbohydrate, high fun.
Well, and actually, that's not the mint julep, but that is an easy sipping drink. So you do have to be careful. I mean,
because
I
you
see these
can't
people walking
taste
around-
the booze.
Yeah, and I see them. Yeah, because the simple sugar takes over. But
Yeah.
I see them like stacked
Like a
usually
yard of julep?
like college guys. Yeah, glasses, and I'm sure fights break out, but I've never seen one. Because everybody's celebrating, right? They're
Yeah.
all happy, but it does sneak up on you. But I think what I've found is it depends on the bourbon you choose. So
sure.
I mean, yeah, whatever you like, but of course Woodford's
I love
great.
Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah,
I really
right.
do. I think Woodford
Yeah.
is fantastic. I try not to discriminate. I love Knob Creek. Like, I'm not mad at any of them.
No, exactly. Well, I don't know.
And I've never done the
Scottish,
bourbon trail. So I think that would be like the perfect vacation, would be doing the bourbon trail and going to all the distilleries and then ending up at the Kentucky Derby. Like, that would be, what a phenomenal
Well, but
bucket list.
that's what a lot of people do. Like I think you should go to Oaks and Derby because I think Derby goes so fast that you need a trial run for the first day and then you've got it down and so you go Derby and then you really enjoy Derby. And I always say like you may never return again, so make sure you do Derby absolutely correctly, like a Louisville person would do. But a lot of people do the Bourbon Trail on Friday and then go to Derby. You know,
Solid.
I think go to the Bourbon Trail on Thursday and go do Oaks and Derby.
Yeah, because you need a day. Like
Yeah.
if you are sipping and tasting and enjoying, you really need a day to rehydrate before you go to Derby. It just
No, it's true. Oh my gosh, it is really true because they have those hydration stations, at the hotels but it's really true. I'm working the whole time, so I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I just have a little sip at night. But anyway, when it's all over. But it really is like for people's livers. I mean, God, it's like you have to detox for at least a week.
Yeah, you need to give yourself a break. Detox, retox.
Yeah, and then the airport I've never been at the airport at 6:00 in the morning Sunday morning, but I just imagine what it's like.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, it's okay. I'll get the early flight out. It's like,
Yeah, and it's like you got a hangover.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know they have hydration stations, but they need vomitoriums as well for some people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, Christine Moore, where can people find your hats, your fascinators, your fedoras? If they want to get something for themselves.
Well, I would say camhats.com is our website. So
Great.
it's camhats.com is the best place because you can see the collection, but you can also see where we sell in the country. And then you can stop by one of our great stores to to find your look for any event, really, but especially for Derby. And then when you're in Louisville, which is now, you're gonna go to Rhodes for Her or the Omni Hotel. And,
lovely.
Oh, and actually at Churchill Downs, I do a meet and greet from 12:30 to 2:30 on Oaks and Derby. I'll be there opening night. We'll be there peppered in between, but definitely from 12:30
That's
to 2:30. You can
fantastic.
stop by. I'll make sure you're wearing your fascinator right. We'll do a little social media.
She will adjust.
You can get do a hat change, all kinds of things. But we've become we're part of the entertainment at other races, and we've become part of the entertainment also at Derby. Oaks and Derby, and we even have our own door now into the gift shop.
That's incredible. It's not an accessory, it is a necessity.
Well, yeah.
So if you're going to do Derby, do it right.
Yeah.
And make sure Christine has you topped off. Christine Moore, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kennedy. I hope to
love
see
it.
you there.
I hope so too.
Surprise me
I would love to.
with Lotus.
Let's go together. This has been
Yeah.
Kennedy Saves the World along with Christine Moore. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with the Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.